Hello everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. In case we haven't met before, my name is Rachel. Today we're doing a nice full body flexibility practice. I am going to use a few things. I've got a strap and a cushion if you've got a few things to play with today. Some space to move is always good too. And let's get started. So let's begin today laying down, and if you've got a strap to use today, just have it close by. And if you want to lay on top of something, feel free to do so. But you might be making a diamond shape with your legs as we lay here for a few moments, getting into your hips a little bit, or you can do something else with your legs if you'd like. But bringing your arms out a little wider and maybe wiggling your fingers or your toes. And just starting to settle in. Slow down. Maybe finding some stillness throughout your body right from the start of the practice. Closing your eyes if you haven't done so already. And just noticing your breath. You might want to keep your arms where you have them. Or if you want to add a little bit of shoulders into this, you could either bring your hands behind your head or reach them above your head, letting your palms face up. Depending on if you are laying on top of something, you might enjoy this. But if it's not for you, you can always bring your arms back to your side. Let's take just one more breath. And then we can start to move. Maybe the fingers and the toes first. If you did reach your arms above your head, start to slide them back to your sides. You can bring our knees together if they're in a diamond shape. And then if you are laying on top of something, you can also sit up so you can take it out, slide it off to the side, lay down, make sure your strap is close by. We'll use it in a moment. But just take a moment here, bend your knees, maybe rocking them side to side slowly, just massaging the low back a little bit. Noticing how you're feeling so far today. And then we're going to be lifting our right foot up into the air. If you've got a strap to use, you can place it on your foot or you can hold your leg. If you don't have a strap, it's sending your heel up above you. Maybe you'll extend your left leg out long as well. Finding your hamstring, your calf. Now you can keep your legs straight up above you, or we can let the foot start to tip to the right a little bit, but continue to bring the toes or point the toes towards the top of your mat. Don't let your foot move closer to the bottom of your mat as you let the legs start to fall out to the right side. You might hold your strap with just your right hand. So maybe your left arm can help weigh you down so you don't tip over to the side. But let the leg just fall out as far as it wants to go. Holding your foot with your strap. And finding a nice inner leg stretch maybe. And if you did bring your leg out to the side, you can start to bring it back up above you. Maybe it will stay there. Maybe it will keep going over to the left side. Maybe you'll hold your strap with just your left hand this time. Maybe you'll keep your right hip down. Feel the stretch to the outside of the leg now. Maybe you will lift your right hip up and let your leg continue to tip over to the side, feeling more of a twist maybe. Continue to guide your toes towards the top of your mat. Maybe reaching your right arm out to weigh down the shoulder this time. Can use a big inhale to help you. Bring your leg back up above you if it is off to one side. Send your heel up again. And then start to bend your knee. Take your strap off of your foot if you're using one. Bend both of your knees. Maybe add a gentle rock side to side. And then we will just switch sides. So your left foot can start to lift. Send the heel up, starting with the leg going straight up above. Finding the hamstring, the calf. If you want extra, the right leg can go out long too. And just a moment to breathe here. And if you are going to be letting your leg fall out towards the left side, maybe hold your strap with your left hand. Keep guiding the toes towards the top of your mat as you let your leg tip out to the side if it feels good to do so. Let it go as far as it wants to go as you continue to guide the foot up towards the top of the mat. You have your leg off to the left, slowly guiding it back up. Maybe switching hands, hold your strap with your right hand. Let the foot tip to the right side. You can keep your left hip down, or you can start to lift it up and let the leg keep falling until you're feeling a twist. And maybe reaching your left arm out, way down the left shoulder. Can let your next inhale. Bring your leg up again if it's off to one side, sending the heel up, and then starting to bend the knee. Taking your strap off of your foot if you're using one. Let's bend our knees, plant our feet, or if you want more than that, you could hug your knees all the way to the chest and maybe add a gentle rock side to side if it feels good. We're going to be coming all the way up onto our hands and knees. So if you want to roll over or rock yourself forwards, up to you. But let's make our way into tabletop. And then from tabletop, maybe a couple extra sways of the hips side to side. We're going to be setting up for a puppy dog stretch. So a few options. You can keep your knees hip width apart. You can keep your hands hip width apart or shoulder width apart so that you let your chest get heavy, your forehead melt down. You can keep everything in line with one another. If you want to keep your hands and your knees in line with one another, but maybe feel your hips a bit more while we're here and your shoulders, you can bring your knees out wide, your feet out wide too, and maybe your hands come out wide as well. So hips staying high, reaching the arms out long in front of you, and then starting to melt the chest down. The forehead, if you can rest it on something, or maybe it's your chest and your chin, but keep your hips high. If you are feeling good where you are, let's stay. If you have your hands out wide and you want more for your shoulders, you could bring your hands closer together. Take just one more breath here. And then use an inhale to lift. Bring your hands under your shoulders. You could either stay in tabletop or maybe child's pose. Knees out wide, big toes together. Bringing the forehead down. Just taking a moment. Checking in with your body, with your breath. When you feel ready to move again, you can start to lift back up. Bring your hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and then maybe you'll sit back on your heels. So we're just going to be bringing some length into the back of the neck. If you want to sit in a different way, you can. But our chin is going to be trying to find the collarbone. So whether you're going to stay seated, head lifted, chin tucking down, we can stay here. If you want to join me in rabbit, we're going to be bringing our heads down to the ground, still trying to tuck the chin towards the collarbone, still trying to lengthen through the back of the neck. A little harder to talk here, so I'm not going to say much. You're just going to try to bring your head down, tuck your chin. Our hips are on the heels right now, but we can start to lift them up as the head comes down. Stay just a moment longer wherever you happen to be. You might be feeling this all the way through the neck and down your spine. If you do have your head on the ground in rabbit, you can slowly start to make your way back up. Lengthen your spine. Lift your chin up so your neck is in line with your spine. Your head is over your shoulders. Close your eyes and just observe any sensations that are flowing throughout you. When you're feeling ready to move again, we're just going to take a seat, but with our legs out in front. So take your time. Bring your legs in front. You can keep the knees bent. Maybe you'll give them a little bit of a hug. Lean forwards a little. Maybe take a gentle rock side to side. And then we're just going to bring the soles of our feet together, our knees out wide for butterfly. Your hands can be wherever you'd like them to be. Bring some length into your spine, and maybe you will stay here sitting tall. Maybe you will start to fold forward. If you are folding forwards in your butterfly, let an inhale lift you back up. Help your knees come together again. Give them a little bit of a squeeze. Take a rock side to side. We're going to start to lay down on our backs. So as you come down, you can either keep your feet on the ground or you can hug your knees in towards your chest and maybe add a gentle rock side to side. If you'd like to find a twist from here, your knees can start to tip over towards the left side. Reach your arms out, weigh your shoulders down. Let your legs be heavy. Can use an inhale to lift your legs up out of your twist. And you can let them fall over to the other side when you're ready for that as well. Weight on the shoulders again. Let your legs get heavy. Just enjoy a few breaths here. And use a big inhale to lift your legs up out of your twist again. Maybe planting your feet or hugging your knees back towards your chest. But you can take a few sways of the knees side to side. We can start to make our way into Shavasana from here, whatever that is going to look like for you today. Maybe you'll send your legs out long. Maybe you'll make a diamond shape with your legs one last time. Just placing your arms somewhere comfy. Closing your eyes. Relaxing throughout your body. and staying here for as long as you have time for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and until next time, namaste.